I can't believe it's finally happened. Rhyah, Stewart, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome. I'm doing very well. Thank you for joining the podcast. I appreciate it.
No problem.
This is it a busy time of year for you? Every time I've seen you for the past week or so, you've been on the ice or you've been doing the clock.
Yeah.
So you seem pretty busy.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of always busy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Even in the summers?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you try to skate every day?
Not every day, just to keep fresh. I just want to stay on the ice as much as I can, but not overdo it.
Fair enough. You're pretty good at, stopping this hockey puck. That's what people are telling me. I've been fortunate enough to watch you a couple times in live game action, and you're a treat to watch. It's really fascinating how you're able to make sure that puck stays out of the net. You're competitive, you care, and I think most importantly, people are drawn to you. As soon as we put an Instagram picture out that you were coming on the pod, I think I had maybe 4, 5, 6 people message say, "How'd you get her? How'd you get her?" So we only get those messages like, "How'd you get this person on the pod?" from like NHL guys. So there's obviously a buzz about you, and that must be great. I guess knowing that.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty cool knowing the kind of support I have in the background, or the people that support me.
So where are you from originally?
I've been living and growing up in Antigonish.
Okay, sounds
My
good.
whole
So
life.
when you're playing out in Port Hood, do you make that commute for game
Yeah,
days?
yeah. So we practice at a Cape Breton, and I think there was 9 of us this year, so we all carpool together.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
Yeah.
That's great. So how many years have you been playing out there in Port Hood?
I played in Port Hood for 2 years.
Okay, nice. And obviously you've enjoyed your time
Yeah.
there.
Definitely. It was definitely an incredible 2 years of my life.
That's great. So we jumped forward a little quick there, but let's go back to maybe the start of your goalie journey. At what point did you know that you wanted to be a goalie? Was there ever a flirtation of being a player, or was it goalie or nothing?
As long as I can remember, I think it's always been goalie. People kind of ask me the question, "Oh, why'd you start?" And I never really know. It's just kind of all I remember. So
Oh yeah, like even when you were really young, just like you had a goalie stick in your hand compared
Yeah.
to like a player stick.
I mean, I had to start out as a player because it was mandatory, but as soon as I could switch, I stayed with it
It,
since
it was
then.
mandatory?
Yeah, well, when you're in like whatever before Timbits hockey, they don't let you be a goalie. So
Okay.
since we got to like U9 and U7, I guess I've been a goalie since then.
So what was the act of the goaltender position that you just kind of fell in love with?
I don't really know, to be honest. I guess I just kind of like being in the net and kind of having that role on the team.
What is it? Someone said the goalie's the person that can steal a game. Doesn't matter if your team is playing terrible, as long as a goalie is playing on point, that they can steal a game. Do you like having that pressure on you each and every game?
Yeah, definitely. I just kind of get to go in the net every game and give it my all, and just try to give my team a chance to win every time I'm in.
When did you find out that you kind of had a special touch for it? When was that moment you're like, "Oh, Rhyah, okay, I saved that puck pretty easily. Maybe I could continue to do this." Like, do you remember a specific moment?
Not really a specific moment. I just kind of grew up around the game, so I think I fell in love with it at a young age. So since then, I don't know. I guess I've just known it's what I wanted to do.
Have you always tried to play up a level? Have you always tried to take harder shots? Have you I noticed you out here the other day, you were taking shots from NHL prospects, like Petal was there, and then the other day you were out against a bunch of Saint FX guys. Have you always tried to put yourself in a scenario where the shots are harder, the play is more intense? Has that always been your mindset from a young age, or is it, I guess, coming from a rural area like Antigonish, it's just get on the ice wherever the hell you can, take shots from whoever you can, and hopefully it works out?
Yeah, kind of a bit of both. Once I started getting older and being able to kind of compete with the older guys, I've definitely liked that challenge. So whenever I can get out with them, it's incredible because they just push me to be better.
Has it been like that your whole career? Have you always just been the person that goes on the ice? It's like, "Oh, okay, that's Rhyah. Let's make sure that we're making sure we're, I don't know, not taking care of her, but giving her the best opportunities to succeed. Give her the best shots. Make sure she's training with the best people, the best players." Has it always been like that for you, or you're just, "I'm going to try to be better each and every day"?
I just try to get better every day. I mean, growing up, we would kind of stay with our level, but then once I got a little bit older, I started going out with them, and then I'm with my brother, and then a lot of people I've grown up with have started going on with the Saint FX guys as well. So I guess we've all been kind of going through it together.
It's a great group here. When we were out on the ice the other day, the group of guys, I forget the names, my apologies, but I don't know. It just seemed like everyone on the ice wanted to get better, even though it was just a screw around, mess around, just have fun ice time. But even at the end, like, they're doing suicides to try to get better. I don't know, it's just an environment around here that isn't really like the city. It's just, if you have ice, try to get better. That's what I've noticed from my week here.
Yeah.
It's been really cool.
Yeah.
And to be involved in that your whole life must be nice.
Yeah, we've definitely had a great group kind of growing up. We've always been kind of the similar people. So then I guess we've kind of grown up together and then worked.
Oh, really? You've grown up with, like, Pedal and, like, those guys?
Like, it's kind of been a similar core group growing up as we, like, played minor hockey together, so.
That's why I felt out of group. You guys have known each other for your whole lives.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys were acting out there like you've known, like you're brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of, that makes more sense. I thought you guys were just going out there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice then, to be able to get out there on the ice with people you've grown up with.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered from the perspective of you guys and junior players and pro players, when you go away and you come home for the summer, it must be a great feeling to hear everyone's stories. How was your year? What happened here? Yada, yada, yada. Because when you have people playing hockey all over the world, it's story time. Everyone has stories, and you've had a hell of a year, so I'm sure you've had some stories to tell those guys in the room.
Yeah. It's definitely great to come back to the same kind of group you've grown up with. I guess it's really important to kind of get on with people that you know, trust, and know they have the best interest in helping you get better as well.
Have you played any other sports other than hockey?
I've done track and field for most of my life as well.
Oh, are you still involved with it?
This school season was my last year doing it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Why are you giving it up?
Just kind of time to focus in on hockey.
Okay, fair enough. This past year, well, I guess maybe not even past 12 months, maybe past like 24 months have been an incredible jump from you. The things that you've accomplished, the levels that you've gone to are arguably, not even arguably, they just are historic. Going up to junior, playing with the Eagles, some of the records that you set, it's pretty incredible. Are you, I asked Sim this the other day, but do you surprise yourself when you're doing these things, or when you're a young kid, do you dream of the things that you're accomplishing now, or do you take things day by day and go, okay, as long as I'm getting better today, tomorrow will be better? Like, how's your mind frame compared to all this? Do you think about it, or?
Yeah, I guess I think about it. I kind of set a lot of goals for myself, and then I work at them. So I do take things day by day, because you can't really get too far ahead of yourself, or you're going to kind of get roped into going down a rabbit hole of a bunch of different thoughts. So I just kind of take it day by day, but I do work to achieve the goals that I've set.
So do you have what are they called, vision boards? Like, do you have like a plan set for where you'd like to be in the next like 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
I don't really have a vision board, but I just kind of
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess I have just some things in like the back of my mind I do want to achieve.
Yeah, for sure. Give me one of those things.
Well, I guess I'm going to be going to university not this year, but next year.
Okay.
So then I guess winning a national championship is one of my next goals as well.
So what are those things that you do on a day-to-day basis to try to like achieve
that? Sorry.
It's okay. Eat the right fruits.
Yeah. I guess the proper like training, sleep, eating. Like, I guess every little thing I can do to try to take myself to the next level.
What's one thing, like, I guess, growing up as a goaltender that maybe gave you that confidence to play against guys? The shots are way harder. Not way harder, but they're harder. The speed is quicker. And you've stayed in that lane, and you've pissed a lot of guys off by stopping a lot of pucks. I'll be honest. I've heard stories behind the scenes of people so frustrated because they can't get a puck behind you. Do you play with a little chip on your shoulder saying, no, I can play here and I can stop these pucks?
Yeah, I definitely play with a little bit of an extra chip on my shoulder. I just kind of want to keep proving people wrong, also proving myself right. Like, I know that I'm capable of playing at the levels I've played at, so then just kind of that extra little, like, I want to stop this a little bit more has kind of helped.
I've heard so many stories of coaches, of like players going in the room, be like, we can't score on her. Like, I can't, and so many guys just frustrated. It's like, guys, like, she's that good. It's incredible. And then to hear the stories of you going up to camp, getting a shutout with Cape Breton, and all the stats that you're putting up, and it's all kind of coming true for you. It's kind of incredible. I don't believe you when you say you're not shocking yourself. I don't know. Some of the things you're doing no one's really done it. It's kind of cool. Very cool. Not kind of cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Just say yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I guess like when people, I'm probably not the only one to come up and talk to you about all this, but when people, say, Rhyah, how do you do it? Do you have an answer?
I don't really have an answer. I just kind of give it my all every time I'm on the ice or every time I have an opportunity. So I guess that's it.
That's it. Sounds good. So looking forward to next year. What are your plans? Are you allowed to say? If not, all good.
I don't really know yet.
You don't know?
No.
Well, that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Keep the options open.
Yep.
You know that you're wanted, though. That must be a nice feeling that there's organizations out there that want you.
Definitely. Like, kind of knowing that I've hit my goals and that other people are starting to, like, see that and start to, like, believe in me and maybe want me on their team is kind of a good feeling.
I think people have believed in you for a long time, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Your experience up at Cape Breton Eagles camp, how was that experience for you?
Oh, it was definitely incredible. I wasn't there too long because I flew home, and then because I was at the U18 series against the States. So then I flew home, and then I think it was 2 days later I was in the game. So the guys and, like, the staff around were definitely really helpful and supportive and kind of giving me that transition period and very quick transition, and then throw me in the game, and I guess it couldn't have ended any better.
100%. That was like a quick taste of pro hockey, like flying on a plane, going to camp, all the national media attention too. That must have been really crazy for not only you, but your family as well.
Yeah, well, the coaches there and then my parents as well, they kind of just told me to block it out, turn off my phone once I heard that I was playing because they knew what was coming, I guess. I didn't really know, but...
What do you mean you didn't know?
Like it kind of, like, I knew there would be media with it, but I didn't know kind of, like, the extent it got to. So just to kind of block that all out and play the game and then worry about it after is kind of the perspective I took with it.
Did you know that you were playing, though, like when you were on the plane?
Well, I knew they were going to try to get me into a game. I just didn't know kind of when or if I'd be ready by the time that game came along. Okay. So, yeah.
How was it flying in from, what do you say it was, the U17s? What are you laughing at? Oh, the person. Why did she make a face?
Yep.
What was how playing against the States? U17, my apologies, correct?
U18.
U18.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Oh,
and where was it?
It was in Lake Placid was our series against them.
Nice.
So it was definitely kind of a dream come true to get to wear the maple leaf for the first time. So it was incredible.
Was that another, like, life-altering experience, just getting to put that jersey on? Now you're kind of part of the club?
Yeah. Definitely the second it kind of goes on, it doesn't really feel real. It's something you've kind of dreamed about since you were little. So once I got to put it on, it was pretty incredible.
What are some of the secrets of Hockey Canada, of how they, like, make you feel like a pro player? Like when you walk in the dressing room, what are some of the things that they have set up and ready to go?
I guess everything there is kind of they want you to get ready for the pro level, so they treat you like it. Like you walk in the dressing room, I don't know, everything's set up nice. They have lots of staff, trainers, like everyone kind of giving you the insight of like what it takes to go to the next level.
They make it feel like it's a dream come true, probably walking into that dressing room and seeing Stewart on your jersey.
Yeah.
Do you get to keep the jersey?
I got to keep the one from Worlds.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, I'll say this. When you go to camp and you got a shutout, correct, at that Eagles game?
Yeah.
Was there, I know I keep talking about disbelief, but I'm trying to find something out of you that you go, wow, okay, now at this level I proved myself and now I'm able to compete at this level. When you get that shutout there at that Eagles game, going into camp, you prove not everyone wrong, everyone believed in you in already, but was there also a part of you going, okay, wow, now that I've accomplished this, I can move on to something else? Was there a little bit more confidence, I guess I could say, that came to you after that game?
Yeah, I guess the game definitely gave me some confidence. Like, it couldn't have ended like any better than that. Getting a shutout was an incredible experience. I guess everyone around me kind of made the game a little bit like.
How so?
I don't know. They just played really good defense, and just everyone was supporting me and knew it was kind of like a big moment for me, but also other females, because not many people get the opportunity. So I just kind of had to show up in that moment.
How are you dealing with you just got off the ice with the Hockey Nova Scotia goaltenders. How are you dealing with that leadership role of people looking up to you and people asking, Rhyah, how do you do this? Rhyah, how do you do that? Like, do you like that role or maybe kind of shy away from it and you're not ready for it yet?
Oh, I definitely like the role. Anytime I can kind of give back and help the next generation of athletes coming up, it's pretty cool because there's been like all the pro level girls have been trying to do it. So any small impact I can do on the local communities is what I strive to do.
100%. It seemed like I was watching you for a bit out on the ice, and it seemed like you knew what you were doing in terms of giving direction. I always find like with some of the best players, they can't like, I don't know, translate what they do because they're just really good players, but it's hard to teach it to the average goaltender because what you do is special. Maybe that's not your case. Maybe you don't have a problem handing over your skill, but sometimes it can be an issue.
Yeah, I just try to give them any knowledge I have or any kind of feedback that I've been given.
Just like Gretzky trying to coach Arizona. He's an awful coach because no one can really do what he does. It's like, Gretzky, we don't know what you're talking about. Maybe that's what they're talking about you. Rhyah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What is your biggest strength as a goaltender, you think?
Probably my competitiveness.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I guess my like calmness and like speed in the net.
Well, I remember like watching you during the Max. Man, you were so good in that series. Like with the game, what game was it when you were at the Forum and it was pretty much packed? Game 5, Game 6, Game 5.
We played 1, 2, and 5 there.
So it was 5. Wow, you played unbelievable there. So you talk about your competitiveness, but also your calmness at the same time. How do you stay calm in a moment like that?
I don't know. I just kind of treat it like any other game I've been into. Obviously, the stakes are a little bit higher in a Game 5, but you've trained for it, so there's nothing else you can do to be ready for it except give it your all.
Who are some goaltender mentors that you've had over the years?
I've had Blademan Dixon the last couple of years, and then I had Louis he's from Moncton.
Okay.
And then I guess just kind of like all the St. FX goaltenders that have come through, they've done a lot of camps with the Antigonish Minor Hockey Association, so getting their mentorship has been great as well.
As you grow, like your physique, do you have to change your style as a goaltender? Like if you become taller, you have to keep your shoulders low. If you stay the same height, like do you know what I mean? Like do you have to change over the years as you grow?
I mean, for me, I haven't really had to change much. I've always been a little bit more undersized compared to most of the goalies I've played against, so I guess I've always kind of kept the same play style.
Okay, fair enough. But if it ever comes to the point where you have to change, you know, one day you play pro hockey, the best women players in the world. Do you ever see yourself changing, or do you just have to stay the way you are and that's good enough?
There's definitely some small tweaks I'll probably have to make, but nothing overly over the top, I don't think.
What you're doing is working, so maybe don't change it.
Yeah.
The Women's Pro League, that's very exciting. What's the overall mindset of female hockey when that league comes to fruition? It's great. It seems the first year was a success. What's the conversation like in women's hockey right now behind closed doors?
Oh, it's definitely really exciting. It's kind of given all younger people like something to look up to and kind of give us like an end goal. Before we kind of had uncertainty and we didn't really know where our hockey career would take us, but it kind of gives us like something we can strive for.
Do you have any friends like playing in the league right now?
I don't have any friends yet in the league.
You don't? I thought that I'll be reaching out to you,
hopefully,
trying to be your friend.
Hopefully, in the next number of years, there'll be some people I know going into the league.
Yeah. How old are you?
17.
You're 17?
Yeah.
Wow. So what, you have to be 18 to play there? 19?
Right now, it's mostly kids at a college.
What's it for the NHL?
18?
Is it 18?
I think.
How old do you have to be to play in the NHL your first year? Yeah. 18? Do you know what it is for?
I don't know if it has like a set number right now. I think it's kind of a lot of the girls post-college and have already played pro or the people in the league right now. But I don't know if that'll change in the number of years to come.
Yeah, fair enough. Some of the cities that they're playing out of are really cool, like Minnesota. Like that's just wicked. New York, Boston. I think there's a couple more, or there's one down in, I already said Minnesota. But some of the teams that they're playing, it's really cool. It's great to see. Did you go to a game? Montreal. Did you go to a game this year?
I have not been to a live game.
No.
It's something I want to get to at some point in the next couple of years, but I think it'd be pretty cool to watch.
Some of the crowds that they were gathering, just unbelievable. Just such a cool, I don't know, just a great thing for the game. Really cool to see over the past year.
Yeah. Like they picked really good markets, and I think they've kind of grown with the markets, and then I don't know, they've developed some really good fan bases and they've gotten some great attendance.
For sure. Playing on I know we skipped really quickly past the international level, like when you played up in Lake Placid, you said?
Yeah.
Isn't that where the Miracle on Ice happened?
Yeah.
Was there any history up there when you from that movie, Miracle?
Oh, it was definitely really cool. Like
Did you play in that rink?
we played in, I think it was, we didn't play in like the Miracle on Ice rink, but they have two surfaces there, and I think it was like the first ever Olympic hockey, or the first time hockey was at the Olympics. I think we were skating on that surface, so that was pretty cool.
That's history.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah.
Pretty nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But playing international hockey against, you said you played America?
Yeah.
How was that? Playing against kids from the States, the best.
I guess growing up, you kind of watched Canada versus U.S., so getting like a taste of that little bit of rivalry was pretty cool.
Were they greasy?
A little bit, yeah.
Those little Americans. Oh, man. Did you guys win?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
won that 3-game series, and then we never got a chance to play them at Worlds. So.
Okay. So when you're at Lake Placid, at what point did you find out about Cape Breton?
I knew before I went. I kind of knew in the middle of the summer that I was going to get to go to their camp, and then I didn't know if I was going to make the U18, so then once I found out I made it, I contacted them and was like, oh, I'll be a little bit late to camp.
That's sick, though. That's your talent showing around the world. People want the Rhyah Stewart brand attached to them. That's pretty sick. That's a great feeling. In the summers, like I know in the winter you're so busy, but in the summers, what are some things that you like to do to get away from hockey?
I guess just kind of spend time with my family and friends. Just chill whenever I can.
Other than hockey, like what do you do like for a hobby? Give me something. Don't say track and field or time clock.
I don't really know. Just kind of spending time doing whatever with the people.
Oh, so your summers are mostly spent in Antigonish, though?
Yeah.
Do you do anything like for vacation?
I don't usually go away. I guess we're always my whole family's kind of busy, so we stay pretty local.
You sound like every other family here. You're just like, no, we just do hockey in the summers. Like we just work on hockey, which is great. It's a great sport, and during the heat wave that's happening right now, you want to be inside during the rink. So
Yeah.
I guess that's fine. Do you ever have that itch to get back? Like I know sometimes when I talk to players in the summer, like to be frank with you, they just don't really like summer. They just kind of wish the season would keep going. Is that you?
A little bit, yeah. Just I kind of miss being around the rink and playing games whenever the summer's on. So whenever I get a chance, I guess I go on the ice.
Being a goaltender, like, is it a rhythm? Like, I know when you play sports, you kind of want to golf, for example. I love playing golf, and whenever I'm waiting at a tee box for more than 20 minutes, I lose my rhythm of my swing. Is it the same thing with being a goaltender? Do you like to stay in mid-season shape due to the rhythm?
Yeah, I definitely I find it's pretty much a big rhythm. Like once I'm off the ice for a while, I kind of feel like I get a bit out of touch with it, but once I get back on, it comes back.
So are you out of rhythm right now?
I've been on the ice quite a bit lately.
You got pretty upset yesterday when you let that goal in. You threw your gloves in your stick.
Yeah.
What happened? You're just out of rhythm?
I don't really know. It was a bit of a tough day. So.
Why? What happened? Is it just the goal that pissed you off?
I don't even know. It was not a great day for goaltending. So.
Who was the other guy?
Jack Milner. He plays with the Mooseheads.
He was intense.
Yeah.
Like he has that competitive nature too.
Yeah. We don't really like to lose, and I guess our whole group's kind of like that. No one likes to lose to each other. So.
Well, when you let that goal in and you threw your gloves in your stick, I was like, whoa. I don't know if you were joking or not.
I was definitely joking a little bit.
But no, that competitive nature definitely came out.
Yeah.
It's good to see. Do you like new gear, or do you like your old gear?
I definitely like the look of new gear, but I mean, I like the feeling of my old gear, but I definitely will take a new set of gear whenever I can get it.
How often do you rotate, like a new set of pads, a new set of trap or blocker?
Probably every year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Usually I have my stuff for at least a year.
Do you have a certain brand that you like to stick with?
I've worn Bauer my whole life. I
yeah?
haven't really changed from it, so.
Why Bauer?
I don't know. I guess that's what I started with and been comfortable with, and I can't really leave it now.
Same with skates?
No, I wear true skates now.
Well, what about stick?
Bauer.
What about helmet?
Bauer.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I guess when you have something that works, why change it?
Exactly.
Do you just like going plain white? Or I didn't even look at your pads yesterday.
I used to have all plain white gear, but this year I got a set that was custom, so it's pretty much black and white with a little bit of orange.
Do you believe in if you have white pads, it makes the net look smaller for the shooter? Like it's harder to know where to aim when you have white pads? Is that BS or is that the real deal?
I don't really know, to be honest. There's a lot of talk about it, but I don't really know if it's the truth or not.
Do you have like little mind games that you like? Goalies are weird. Sorry, no offense. But like during practice, do you have little games that you play in your head of, okay, I'm not letting any rebounds in today. Like I'm not letting any shots go in today. Do you play mind games in your head during game or practices? Sorry.
I guess in practice, there's kind of, if there's something I didn't like in a game, it's like I'll try to focus on that in practice and try to like pick one thing or two things to work on.
Are you superstitious?
Oh, very.
Give
It's bad.
Give me one. Give
Like
me two.
everything I do on game day or even leading up to game day. Not gonna lie.
Do you have time? Can you walk me through like a game day and like a couple superstitions? I guess that's why you do podcasts, 'cause for the time. So.
I don't know. It kind of like I get into like a superstitious routine. It's probably not the best. I've tried to break some of my superstitions, but I guess like it kind of depends on if I'm at home or on the road, and then I just kind of have different routines that I'll go with.
You're doing an awful job right
I
now.
know.
Just tell me what time. Okay, I'll ask you. What time do you wake up on a game day?
Well, when we play a night game, I try to sleep until at least like 9.
Is that a superstition or that's just
That's just how I wake up.
Okay, so let's go then your first meal.
Well, my meals kind of differ.
So there's no superstition.
Not really with the meals. Whatever's there.
Who's the cook in your family?
Usually my mom.
Okay, sounds
yeah.
good. Okay, so I'm still looking for that first superstition during a game day.
I like to get out for a walk, whether that's with my dog or if we're on the road with my team. We usually have gone for some walks before.
What's your dog's name?
My dog's name is River.
Shout out to River.
Yep.
Okay, so walk with the dog or walk with a teammate for a superstition.
Yep.
Do you take a nap before your game?
Oh, I love my pregame naps.
What time do you go to nap? What time is bed?
Just after lunch. Well, like if we have a night game, it'll be just after lunch.
Okay.
But if we have like a afternoon game, there's no naps getting taken. Not really, no.
Afternoon, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then what time do you wake up from the nap?
I usually try to have like a 20, 30-minute nap, nothing too long, because then you'll kind of go back to sleep for a while.
Yeah.
So
20, 30-minute nap. Yeah, that could. Dudes does that.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes is a 20-minute nap guy. Some people say it can revamp you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that, but anyways, okay, sorry. Then what are we at? Pre-game nap. You wake up at what time did you say? 3?
Probably 30 minutes.
No, what time do you wake up though? If the game's at 7.
Probably around like 1:32.
Okay, so then we'll go to dinner. What do you have for dinner?
Usually dinner would be kind of like on the road. I'd pack something and eat it because we would drive like an hour and 10 minutes because that's where our home games were. So I'd usually pack like some sort of pasta or like some sort of wrap and take that with me.
That's such a commitment for your family.
Yeah.
You must be very thankful for them.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And also like being able to carpool, it makes it like a lot more fun.
You guys must be one of the most traveling teams in
yeah,
the league.
Probably. Yeah, we have to travel like 3 times a week for practices. So.
Sorry, we're getting off track here. I still don't even have one superstition from you.
Kind of like, I guess once I get to the rink, I like to kind of tape my stick, warm up around the same times every game, put my gear on the same way. So.
How do you put your gear on the same way? Like, what's the way?
Like, I usually go right side before left. So.
Right skate, right pad,
yeah.
Right sock.
Right, yeah, usually.
Why right?
I don't know. Just grew up that way. Can't change it.
Fair enough. Travel tips for anyone out there that is going to be playing in a league where they require a lot of travel for their hockey team. What are some tips to travel comfortably and also in style?
I guess pack lots of food and water because being in a car, you get hungry a lot and you can't stop all the time. I don't really know traveling in style. Whatever you want.
Do you read or are you a movie girl?
Oh, I don't read on the car. No, can't be doing that.
Why? You guys just talk?
Oh, we just talk.
What do you talk about?
Anything that comes to our mind.
Anything to pass the time.
Exactly, yeah.
That's good stuff. Do you mind the travel aspect of it, though? Like, that's Port Hood.
Not really. I guess I'm kind of used to it. Been doing it for 2 years, and then even my first year, U18, I played out of Port Hawkesbury, so just kind of used to being in the car all the time.
Have you ever met Al McGinnis?
I have not, no.
No way.
No.
I would have thought different.
Yeah.
Would you like to?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be a great conversation.
Yeah.
2 all-stars that play over there. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Conversations, I guess, that you've had with goaltenders that are at elite levels? I guess basically I'm asking the sponge in you, things that you're taking from other goaltenders. What are they, and what are things that you look for in terms of pro hockey players? I don't know. Just basically, what are things that you're trying to take away from pro goaltenders?
Just kind of like the small details they do, because I guess at higher levels, everyone's good. So kind of getting their small details that kind of can separate you and bring you to a little bit of a next level is what I kind of look for.
How often do you have those conversations, or is it more just, like YouTube? Like, do you watch YouTube videos?
I guess like now with social media, you kind of see the snippets of their life on Instagram or wherever, and then anytime I get a chance to like watch them in person is what I look for.
Do you find I saw you guys were out there the other day, and I forget the name of the coach, but he had like an iPad out there, and he was taking shots, and the iPad was recording. Do you find that device useful?
Yeah, I like to look back at a lot of video. Kind of gives you an idea of what you're doing right and wrong, and you can kind of see it instead of just being in the perspective of being in the net.
Okay, so you like live streaming too, right?
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite live streaming company out there?
I guess we got to do High Button.
Oh, okay, nice. I didn't make you say that, but thank you. I appreciate it. That's good. No, but I thought that was really cool. Like, you guys had the iPad out there, and you're able to kind of see and twerk what you like and what you don't like. It must be effective for especially a goaltender. I feel like what you guys do is so technical.
Yeah, just kind of having video and getting to look at it from a closer angle is pretty important to our game, I think.
Whenever, you don't have to answer this, but whenever someone's on a breakaway, do you like to come out all the way then come back, or do you like to cover, stay in your crease?
I come out a little bit. It kind of depends on what the player's doing, and you kind of have to read it to see how far out you go. But
in the U18 league, how many years have you been playing in that league now?
2.
So, is there a high turnover rate in that league? Like, mostly guys are there for 2 years, so you'll know the league well.
Yeah.
Do you know the players well? Do you know the tendencies? Like, do you watch film and go, okay, I know this guy. He's going to come in, he's going to and then I'm going to do this. Like, do you study that stuff?
Yeah, definitely with pre-scouting, you kind of get an idea. I guess going into a game, no one's ever really predictable, but you can kind of get their usual tendencies on you.
Especially on your own team.
Yeah.
I bet in practice, you just know everything, every shot that's coming your way.
Yeah, sometimes. By the end of the year, you can kind of just guess where they're going to shoot it. So.
Oh, 100%. But when you're in that max series, it was best of 7. How many times do you guys play them in a year? 2, 3, 4.
Probably 3 or 4. So not too much.
But by the end of that series, you must know so much about the other team.
Yeah.
In terms of the players and where they're shooting, the angles, even the form. Just in general, like the rinks that you play in, knowing your surroundings. After 2 years, your knowledge of the league must be intense.
Yeah, I guess when you're, especially in playoffs and in a series, you kind of get used to playing against the same people and like being in the environment you are. So I guess you can kind of get a better idea of reading it. But
what's one aspect of your game that like pisses you off a little bit that you're trying to get better at? It could be like rebounds. It could be like high right. Like what's one thing that you're trying to like work on?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, are you not allowed to answer that?
I don't really know.
They'll go for it.
I guess I shouldn't answer it.
Okay. Fair.
Maybe they're all trying to pick a spot.
Okay, well, then let me reverse the question. What's the key to not letting out rebounds in the slot?
I just kind of tracking it all the way in and putting it in the best spot you can.
So a goaltender that gives out rebounds, like what do they need to fix?
I guess that's kind of for practice. You just kind of got to work on it with whoever, your goalie coach or whatever, and kind of figure out what you're doing wrong. And then work with it.
I thought you were going to say, like, use Bauer pads so they don't bounce out.
I don't know.
Is that a thing? Like, some pads are more bouncier? Or
yeah.
Is that not a thing?
It is a thing. Like, depends what brand or, like, what style you're wearing. Kind of kicks out pucks in different ways.
Why is Bauer not bouncy?
I don't know.
Well, if you don't give out rebounds, then I guess not.
I guess not.
Have you ever taken a shot where you're like, God damn, like,
oh, yeah.
in the collarbone?
Oh, yeah. It doesn't feel good.
No?
No.
Where's, like, the worst place to get hit?
Like, arms or shoulders.
Yeah?
Don't really feel good.
Really?
Depends.
I would have thought leg. No.
Well, you can't really feel it all the time on your legs. Like, I don't really feel many shots on my legs.
I would have thought, like, side, though. I guess everything's protected. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you get upset when people bounce the puck off you off the back? I've done that a couple times, and I thought, man, the goalie must be rattled that just happened.
It's kind of annoying.
Is it?
I don't really like it.
Are you mad at yourself, or are you mad at the person that did it?
I don't know. I guess both.
Fair enough. But no, taking shots off the collarbone was also my guess too.
Yeah. That doesn't feel very good.
Has there ever been like any beef in practice? Like, guys, what are you doing? No headshots in warm up.
Oh, I definitely will give it to them if they start shooting at my head and warm up.
I can't picture you getting mad at anyone. So you've gotten mad before?
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. In terms of warm up, what are the drills that you like to do, or do they pick the warm up for the shots?
Like on ice game or just practice?
No, not really practice. Like on ice game warm up. Do you get to pick the drills?
They'll kind of ask me if I like what they pick, but I guess most teams' warm ups are pretty generic, so it kind of works for both goalies and players.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess that's the thing. You kind of go into the team and it's already set.
Yeah.
The warm up. Next year, are you going to be looking at new pads?
Hopefully. I'm hoping to get a new set at some point.
You just perked up and got really excited. At what point, if you do you start working on those like right now in the summer, or do you start working on those like in training camp, like wearing them out, like getting used to it?
Depends when I get them. I got my set at like the start of last year, so I just kind of broke them in as I went going into the season.
Fair enough. From now until I know you don't know where you're going to be next year in training camp and all that stuff, is that like annoying to you, or do you don't care wherever you're going to be, and you're going to make an impact, or do you just stay focused on day to day?
Focused on day to day. I guess it'd be nice to know, but I guess that's what comes with hockey. You don't always know what you're gonna get into, so I guess kind of take that day by day and see where I go.
Yeah, you're at the age where you're kind of starting to deal with the business side of it.
Yeah.
You know, you're starting to hit. Everyone has to go through it. And now you're just dealing with it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you're performing, people are going to want you. So that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
So from now until, I guess, when the training camp starts? September?
Mid-August, probably.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it all? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. From now until mid-August, what's the plan?
Just keep getting on the ice as when I can. Not overdo it, but just stay fresh going into camp. Work on anything that needs to be tweaked or touched up before I go into camp and training. That's about it.
Is this the only place that you train, or do you ever go into the city?
I usually just do everything at Antigonish.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
You're traveling so much during the year. You don't have to do it in the off season.
Yeah.
It's so nice out here. We've had a great time. So many lakes, so much to do. Not tons to do, but you know what I mean. It's just refreshing. It's a good reset button for us. We love it out here. Especially having these camps every year, too, with Hockey Nova Scotia. It must be nice for these girls to, I don't know, just be around you.
Yeah.
Must be a nice feeling for you. You can't say it's not. Do you have a lot of these girls coming up asking advice?
I guess they just got into camp, but so not too much yet, but when I'd be in season, I would get some little kids coming up and asking small things and just give them any advice I had at the time.
If I was looking to become a goaltender in the next couple of years, what advice would you give me?
Stay patient.
In terms of waiting for the pucks?
No, just about your skills, I guess, because
okay.
it's very tactical. So you kind of just gotta stay patient and keep working at it.
Fair enough. I've always wondered from the tryout position of a goaltender. It's like a player. It's like, all right, there's 20 spots. Goaltender is only 2. Does that ever creep into your mind?
Definitely a little bit. There's not too many spots open ever, on any team. So I guess you just kind of have to take it day by day, though, and keep your confidence high. Every day is a new day, and not worry about the past.
Is having a good relationship with a backup goaltender and the starting goaltender, having a good relationship, is that important to you?
I think it's definitely important knowing someone believes in you or they trust that you can go in there and get the job done whenever whoever's in the net, and kind of give your team the confidence.
And just having no jealousy towards the other person, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if is that something that you look forward, I guess, going into the year, or do you just naturally work on a relationship with a new goaltender?
I guess it just kind of comes during the year. You got to kind of get used to them and build it up.
Build it?
Build it up, sorry.
Build it up. Are you going to be with a billet next year? Potentially.
Potentially.
How do you feel about that?
I built it a little bit in camp last year, so.
In Cape Breton?
Yeah.
Oh, how was that?
It was good.
You liked it?
Yeah, not bad.
My dad played for Gatineau growing up for a bit. His billet, they put a lock on the fridge. so he couldn't he could only eat when they said.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he's like, I don't know if hockey's for me. he just left.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad they didn't put a lock on your fridge.
Yeah, no,
That's
they
good.
did not put a lock on my fridge. The cupboards were open, so it was good.
Did you play in the Quebec PV tournament by any chance?
I did not, no.
You didn't? We had to bill it there. They owned a McDonald's. So every night we just went to McDonald's. They were the best at the time, but then you started to play and you felt like shit.
Yeah.
It was just a bad one. How's your are you at that level, like the whole dietary thing? Like you're like disciplined and stuff?
Yeah, I guess I kind of grew up with a good diet. Like my whole family is kind of involved in sports, so
Oh, really?
it's been pretty like important to us to kind of eat right and kind of know the difference between eating right and wrong. So
Fair enough. Could you talk about your siblings?
yeah.
How's the relationship with you and your brothers?
Oh, we're definitely very close. Like especially with hockey, it kind of brings us all together, and I guess we've all grown up together playing hockey as well. So then it just pushes us all to be better.
Is there a competitive nature between your siblings?
Oh yeah, everything we do is pretty competitive.
Like what?
Literally anything. Like during COVID, family basketball games would get pretty heated.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I saw your brother carrying your gear in the other day.
Yeah.
That was nice of him.
It was.
Why didn't you carry your own gear in?
I was working the clock, so
okay.
he had to drive it in because he was going on the ice and didn't have his, so he just brought it in.
That's a nice brother.
Yeah.
But no, it's when was I talking to your mom? When were we talking to? When did we talk to Rhyah's mom last year? Atlantics? The Novas. Atlantics? U13. U15 provincials. I was like, are you Rhyah's mother? And she's like, yes, but like I have other children and I'm more than just Rhyah's mother. I have a family. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yes, sounds good. So you could tell she was very like proud of her family
Yeah.
and her children. So it must be, and she cooks, you said.
Yeah.
So it must be nice to have that. I
Yeah.
guess it must be nice to have that from home.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
competitive nature I always found translates onto the ice. Having siblings is a good thing.
Yeah.
It brings that dog out of you.
Exactly.
Do you have that dog in you?
I don't know.
Just tell me.
I don't really know.
I think you do. For sure, I think you do. If you're doing the things you're doing, you don't not have a dog in you. If you're breaking the barriers you're breaking,
Yeah.
you're definitely competing at a level that has a dogginess in you. Oh, that's great. Looking forward, and I guess it's hard to look forward because you don't know where you're going to be going to. But I guess committing to Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Established hockey organization, or should I call them a school? Both. Just established in general. How pumped are you to have that commitment?
Oh, definitely really excited. I guess once I kind of learned about the college route, they were kind of my dream school from a young age. Seeing like the talent they produce to the next level, it was kind of a goal of mine to see if I could play there. So once I was able to commit, I was pretty excited.
Did you get to go on campus and see
Yeah.
the facilities?
I did.
How was it?
Oh, it was incredible. Like I don't even know. Like
Just tell me.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know. Just you kind of get there and everything looks like you're at a pro level. Like facilities are incredible. They have everything you need just in a small space, or not really small. The campus is pretty huge. So
Is it?
yeah,
They have other sports that are really popular there as well, aren't they?
yeah,
Well, in the States, like football.
yeah.
How was the rink?
It was cool. They have their own women's rink as well.
Oh, do they?
So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Separate from?
Yeah, they're like same building, but their own game sheet.
No way.
Mhm.
That must be an exciting thing. That's not common.
No, I don't think it's very common. No.
Yeah, it's definitely that's sick.
Mhm.
What did you have other offers from other schools?
Yeah, I talked to some other schools, but kind of once I got in conversation with them, it was my dream school. So
No
everything
way.
seemed to line up.
What was it that made them your dream school? Like, why them?
I don't really know. I guess just kind of seeing the facilities and then just kind of the players they've produced from there, and just they're an established organization. They won lots of national championships, so to get to go to somewhere that can contend every year was something I was looking for.
Did you talk to anyone in the alumni group?
I don't think so. I don't really remember, but
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
But no, that must have been an exciting trip for who went down. You.
My dad went down with me.
That must have been a great trip for you and your dad.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And being able to see it in person too, and see the rink, see the facility, you just must be like motivated even more.
Yeah, definitely.
100% to see that, know that you get to put that jersey on one day.
Mm-hmm.
That'll make you work hard.
Yeah.
What's that campus like?
Uh,
Massive?
It's massive, but like, it felt like I'm used to a small community. So when I was there, it was definitely big, but I think like the part I'll be on will be kind of confined. So it felt pretty home-like. So.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's the thing about going away for school and hockey is you want to be focused on school and hockey. You don't want too many distractions.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about like schools in Miami and stuff. It's like, oh man, so much distraction. I
Yeah.
don't know where you get better there.
Yeah.
But to be focused on one sport and making sure you're getting better, it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a plan laid out? Or do you just, you're going to go and do it?
Just kind of go and see what comes out of it.
You just work hard and then the results happen.
Yeah.
I love it. How much time are we at right now? 45 minutes? You're good for time?
Yeah.
Sure. What? My mic or hers? Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah.
Leaving to go down and play in the States. You have a name for yourself in Canada, but to go down and play in the NCAA, do you feel like it's I don't want to say fresh start, but do you feel like you have to go down there and make a name for yourself once all over again? Or you don't care about that, you go, you work, and whatever happens, happens?
I guess whatever happens, happens. Just kind of, when I get the opportunity to get in, I just got to kind of prove myself. Because like, not many people will probably know you as much as around here because it's a bigger league all across the country. So everyone's coming from all across the world to play there. So
I just always find with Maritimers when they leave and they don't like see another Maritimer or at least another Canadian, it just, I don't know. You know how it is. You look for a friend. You look for someone that you know. You look for a common story. So to go down to the States like by yourself, it's I don't know. It's a big deal to me. It shows courage. It's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Do you look at it that way?
I haven't really, no, but I guess when you put it that way, yeah, a little bit.
Are there a lot of Canadians on that roster?
They have a few. Not too many, but there'll be like a handful of us, I think.
Nice. How many years do you have eligibility to play?
I think 4.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So how does it work? Like, so you don't lose your eligibility from the junior camp with the Eagles?
Yeah, it's a little bit different for girls and guys. Like, there's, like, I know they're only allowed 48 hours at a junior camp, but we have, like, we don't really have a time frame if you're, like, not a part of the team. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, then that worked out then.
Yeah.
Going down there, like I know you said this year you could be with a billet, you could be away. Is there a part of you that is excited for that aspect of hockey, of like getting to leave home? Or does it make you like, not nervous, but anxious?
Well, not really. I guess anything new is exciting, so whatever comes out of it, like if I'm at home or away, I guess either can be exciting.
For sure. Mentors in the NCAA, do you have any friends like playing out there right now?
Not anyone close, but a couple of my teammates from the World's team are going into college this year, so I'll be able to get to talk to them.
And play against them?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, even like on my own team, or the team I'm going to, there's like next year another girl's gap yearing, and then there's one girl that was just on my team that'll be there.
Okay, nice. I saw photos of you on your Instagram at Atlantic's U17. The red jersey?
U18?
Was it U18?
Yeah.
No, but you weren't wearing your Canada jersey, though.
Yeah, Team Atlantic.
Team Atlantic.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
That was in Dawson Creek, BC.
How was that experience?
Well, on the ice, it wasn't a great tournament for us. Just didn't click. We didn't have great performances, but getting to fly across the country and kind of get to play with other girls from all across Atlantic Canada was a great experience.
Is that where they shot the show, Dawson Creek?
I think so.
Really?
I don't really know. I didn't really look into it.
Have you ever watched it?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Hockey Nova Scotia girls team that went to the finals against Ontario, was it 3 years ago? Out in PEI?
Like, not this March, the March before.
Correct.
So, yeah.
What an accomplishment for Hockey Nova Scotia to compete against Ontario in the finals.
We played BC in the final.
BC?
Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah.
Did you beat Ontario in
Yeah,
the semis?
we beat Ontario in the semis.
So you beat Ontario in the semis, moved on to the finals against BC. Watching from home, there's definitely moments I'm proud to be Nova Scotian, but watching that, there's definitely a sense of honor to watch that. How did you feel?
Oh, that's definitely a highlight of my career. Definitely something. It was very unexpected, like for everyone thought, but I guess as our group, we kind of had a goal. We were like, oh, we want a medal. We want to make some history with our team. So we had that kind of mindset going in, and as the underdog, we kind of embraced that and then ran with it.
What was the mood like in the dressing room for the whole tournament? Was there belief, or was it like, yeah, we have nothing to lose?
Yeah, there was definitely belief, and then also nothing to lose, especially kind of built throughout the tournament. We won our first game, and we were like, oh, wow, we might have a shot at this. Like, we played Alberta, and I think they won the last women's tournament. So we were like, oh, we can contend with a big province. Like, maybe we can make some noise. So then I guess it kind of built throughout the whole tournament, and yeah.
How did you feel about all the support back home?
Oh, it was incredible.
Was your phone blowing up?
Oh, a little bit, yeah. I just try to stay present in the moment and not go on it too much. But
I couldn't believe all the messages from Facebook, people just pouring in of I don't know, everyone was just so proud. And to be able to watch the games online, it was just, I don't know, that was a special thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe, you talk about pressure and staying calm. That must have been one of the moments in your career where you had the most pressure, but you were able to somehow stay calm.
Yeah, especially even in the semifinal game. Like, we were played in the Charlottetown, UPEI's rink, and it was, packed. So it was, so loud. We were up, 3-2. I think that was the longest 10 minutes of my life. But I guess once the buzzer went off, I think we were just so excited.
Is that the first time ever a Nova Scotia team has beaten Ontario in that tournament?
I don't know if it was the first time beating Ontario, but it was the first time. I think their best finish prior was 5th or something. So
what was the reaction like in the dressing room after the game? There was no cameras in the room, so what did you guys do? Did you celebrate? Was there water? What did you guys do?
Oh, we were celebrating like crazy. I guess we had our win song going, and we were pretty fired up.
What was the win song? Win song?
Mall River Shuffle. So we had that going, and we were just through the roof.
When you guys left and went back to the hotel and got on the bus, there just must have been an uproar of cheers for you guys.
Oh yeah, it was pretty late, so I think everyone was just kind of shocked we pulled that off. Not gonna lie to everyone else that was there, so I think they were all just congratulating us, and every other team was wanting us to win. So.
Oh yeah,
all the other because I guess Ontario is kind of no one usually beats them, so they were like, oh, let's go Nova Scotia. So when we got the opportunity to win, it was pretty cool.
What a special feeling.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the best feelings you've had.
Yeah.
As a hockey player.
Yeah.
Is that one of the moments of disbelief? Wow.
Yeah, I think it was definitely we wanted to win so bad, but no one else kind of thought we could pull it off, and then once we did, it was, I don't know, it was unbelievable.
You talk about your coaching staff as well. Some of the best coaches in Nova Scotia going there, and they've made careers for themselves after as well. Are you good? You can hear?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, our head coach was kind of we had a couple on and off head coaches kind of during the tryout process because people couldn't, someone had to leave. But then we got Corey Chevrier, who's the head coach in the Pro League. She was unbelievable, one of the best coaches I've ever had. She, without her, we would not have done what we did.
What's her special magic? What's her sauce?
She's so smart in hockey. We came up with new game plans based off other teams. Without her, I don't think we would have even gotten to the quarters.
Really?
Yeah.
That's high praise from you.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I love being around that stuff. Just championship mindset. That's unbelievable. And then the relationships with your teammates. You'll have that relationship with those girls for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get to see them every day because we live kind of all across Nova Scotia, but any chance you do, it kind of feels like you never left them.
100%. Advice to that young girl out there that wants to follow in your footsteps, what would it be?
Just kind of believe in yourself. There's going to be people along the way that might think you're incapable of doing it, so just kind of training and working at it, and kind of the belief in yourself, I think, is really important.
Awesome. Rhyah, you were a pleasure to talk to. I appreciate you coming on the pod. It wasn't that bad, right?
No.
That was a good podcast. I'm sure a lot of people at home are going to be pumped to listen to it.
We'll see. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, Rhyah, once again, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everyone listening, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I like this podcast. It's a lot of fun to do, so thank you for listening. Without you guys, I don't have a job. So thank you, Rhyah. Thank you. We
Thank
are
you.
out.